Welcome back to what is the last video in the series of the early years of this series. We got to November 94, 4 years after my accident in the last video. So check it out in case you've forgotten. I had just broken up with my girlfriend at that point and decided I was going to not see anybody for at least 6 months after that disaster. But as I didn't know, but I soon found out a few weeks later, I was going to be quite busy, not with work but with the court case. Now you have to go back a long way, back 4 years, to go and find the first reference to that. Now this had been bubbling along in the background. You know, nothing much happened for 6 months, and then all of a sudden there's a little bit of activity, and then nothing would happen again. There'd be accident reports made and photographs of the injury, and then there'd be assessment of the injury and long-term prognosis, loss of earnings, pain, blah, blah, blah. But after 4 years, finally decided all the information had been gathered on both sides, and it was time to go to court, or should I say, resolve the issue. So my solicitor got in contact with me, and we had to start to get the ball rolling. So we went off to see a barrister in London and do all the various final calculations and what we were asking for and what they were prepared to give us. And he did say to me, don't be surprised if they settle about 2 days before the court case out of court, and you'll probably get offered 95% of the final amount, and then it's up to you whether you take that or risk that 5% in court and have the court costs on top. So just be prepared. So the early part of 95, not a lot happened really. Work, single, seeing my mates, nothing particularly exciting. Work was still very interesting, and I was going to be put forward for a regrade because I'd basically taken over as the manager's role, and my boss thought that's what I deserved. So as of July 94, my official title had been changed from assistant to manager, and that had been done in writing to make it, official. So around April 95, put in for a regrade, and of course you have to fill out reams of paperwork and prove why you deserve this regrade, and yeah, it was quite a process. And even the interview process was entertaining. I got called in for an interview, and I said, sorry, no, I can't. I've already got 3 bookings that morning that I've got to deal with. Can I make it this day at this time? And they were very obliging. And I did go up in front of a panel of academics and had to explain why I deserved to regrade. And obviously I had support from the director, and lo and behold, it actually went through. So within 2 years, I had managed to get a full-time job, and then on top of that, get a regrade. So work-wise, was doing pretty well. It all kicked off start of June, really, in 1995. My birthday, regrade, court case. And guess what? Yes, we settled with about 2 days to go, and got very close to what we were asking for. I won't disclose the figure because, it's not necessarily that relevant now anyway. So around the middle of June, I had a pay rise, and I had a big wad of money in the bank, or the building society, should I say. Now, did I go and buy a Ferrari? No, that's stupid. I went and bought a house. Yes, and you might be going, Yeah, you lucky bastard. Well, did cost me my arm. But anyway, at least I invested most of the money sensibly. The rest, I did buy a car. Because as you probably remember from some of the previous videos, I was getting rather tired of driving around in old bangers. So I went and bought a new car. I was only ever going to do it once, and bought probably the last VW Corrado VR6 Auto in the country. And I kept the car for nearly 20 years, so it wasn't, a silly investment. I did keep it a very long time. Life was changing very rapidly. I might have a house, didn't have anything in it, didn't have any furniture, didn't have a cooker, didn't have a fridge, freezer, microwave, nothing. A couple of chairs and a bed, and that was about it. But, it's my home, lovely. Now, what's the relevance to all this with regards to arm and life and everything? Well, 4 years ago, there I was, sat in my bedroom, in my mum and dad's house, in a bucket load of pain, no job, no prospects. Funny how life changes. Now, also in June, it's all go in June, isn't it? I met someone, and thought she's quite nice, and started seeing each other, and it lasted more than just a few weeks, and then that weeks rolled into months, and we ended up getting married. In fact, I did propose virtually on the anniversary, the 5th anniversary, by accident. How about that for coincidence? And had a lot of good years together. Didn't work out in the end, unfortunately. But, you only meet someone like that, I think, once in life, so it was a special time. So really, life for me had completely changed. That whole biker side of things had long gone now. There wasn't really much in the way of references to that. There was still a few pictures up. Still had a couple of mates, one of who was Nick, who you may remember from other videos, and his GT40 replica. Well, he got that on the road, bought that round. Around the anniversary, the 5th anniversary of the accident, my life was about to change again, work-wise, and I was going to end up moving away from the audiovisual stuff into what you call multimedia today, but I was, back in those days, video, and I was going to become a video editor and camera work and sound and all that. Basically, the in-house video editor decided he was going to go and work in London and was going to move on, and I was asked, did I want to do it? And I thought, yeah, obviously. It looks very cool. It looks like fun. So I got involved, and it was a case of, well, did I go off to college and university, get a degree in media, blah, blah, blah? Nope, none of that. 2-hour training course, do a couple of practice videos that created myself, which were what they were. Not that brilliant, but not the worst things in the world. I've seen worse on TV today. And then thrown straight in the deep end and do a 20-minute video on cancer pain relief and morphine pumps. And then the next week I'd do a promotional video for Canary Wharf. It's like stuck in there straight away, and that's what I've been doing ever since, hence these videos. And I've enjoyed it a lot, still enjoy it, and you do get a varied mix of stuff. I mean, the world's moved on and everybody and their dog does it. It's a very cutthroat business. I don't recommend getting into it. If you want a decent job, become plumber, and you'll be getting far more regular work and you'll be paid the same. Back then it was a golden era. So to quote Hammond, May and Clarkson, Cue the music. Well, that was fun. So, summing up, that period of 5 years from when the accident happens to the promotion and the start of a new life and having a house and blah, 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 probably one of the most intense periods of change in my life. And I survived it. And I probably came out of it a better person. Now you'll be going, well, this is all about motorbikes, isn't it? Brachial Plexus motorcyclist. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? We haven't really talked about it very much now. So, what other videos are you going to be doing? Well, I will do one about starting to ride again and what that's like and how did it happen. And I will carry on with the Yamaha XS build. That's got kind of put on hold at the moment, but that will be back. I should say, on a personal note, I've actually quite enjoyed doing this. It was a bit shaky in front of a camera. I didn't like that very much, and I'm not sure I'd do now. But it's been entertaining. Certainly bringing back a few memories. Good Lord. A few pictures of me in the past, and you go, who's that young man that's running around the place as opposed to this senile old fart sat in front of a TV screen? But, you know, life moves on, the world changes, and so do you. Not necessarily for the better physically. But, yes, been entertaining, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. I have actually had feedback on some of the videos, and some people enjoy it. So, if you ever want to ask anything, ask away. And that's kind of about it. I mean, I could waffle on an awful lot more about it all, but really you need to go out there and start doing things yourselves. And that's kind of the idea. Just because your arm doesn't work or your leg or, you know, whatever, doesn't mean that's the end of your life. On the contrary, it should mean the start of a new life, I think. So go out there and do it.